All right, let's talk about something that's on everybody's mind right now: AI and software engineering. You know, there's a lot of excitement, but let's be real, there's also a lot of anxiety. Is this the end of the road for developers, or is it just the beginning of a totally new one? Let's dive in.
So let's just get right to it. The big question, the elephant in the room, is this whole AI thing going to spell the end of coding as we know it? It's a huge concern, and you deserve a real answer.
Okay, so are these new AI coding tools actually making software engineers obsolete? I mean, that's the real fear, right? Well, the short answer is no. But the long answer? That's where things get really fascinating. The job isn't disappearing, not at all. It's evolving.
And to really get why that is, we need to pull back the curtain and see what these tools actually are, because they're not some kind of magic that just spits out perfect software. A much better way to think about them is like your own personal AI assistant.
Yeah, picture this. You're building a massive, complicated Lego castle. You're the one with the vision, the grand design. Now imagine you have this super smart assistant right next to you, and every time you need a specific piece, bam, they hand it to you. They might even say, hey, that tower looks a little shaky. Maybe try this piece instead. See, it's all about making you faster and better, not replacing you.
So if we want to get a little more technical, what we're talking about are AI coding tools. These are basically computer programs that use AI to help us, the humans, write, debug, and even optimize code. They've learned from like a gazillion lines of public code out there, so they're incredible at spotting patterns and guessing what you're going to need next.
And I love this way of looking at it. It really frames the whole relationship perfectly. The human engineer, you're the architect. You have the big picture vision, the creativity, the spark. The AI, that's your super skilled apprentice. It's fantastic at drafting up standard blueprints and handling the repetitive stuff, which frees you, the architect, to focus on the truly hard creative design problems.
Okay, so that's the theory, right? But what does this actually look like day to day for a software engineer? How are people really using these tools right now?
Well, it really boils down to four major areas. First, you've got code generation. Think of all that repetitive boilerplate code you have to write for every project. Gone. The AI just handles it. Then it's like having a permanent code reviewer looking over your shoulder, spotting bugs and security flaws you might have missed. It can also suggest ways to make your code run faster, more efficiently. And finally, and this is a big one, it can automate writing tests, which is so important, but let's be honest, can be a real grind. Every single one of these things is designed to make the engineer more powerful.
So if the AI is taking on all these tasks, how does the actual job change? Well, here's a key point. The impact isn't the same for everybody. It really affects junior and senior engineers in completely different ways.
For a junior engineer, these tools are an incredible accelerator. I mean, they can become productive so much faster than before. But, and this is a huge but, they have to focus on understanding the why behind the code the AI suggests. You can't just copy-paste. Now, for senior engineers, the game changes. They become more like orchestrators. Their job shifts from just writing code to guiding the AI, critically reviewing its output, and using all that freed up brain power to tackle the really complex, high-level design problems that AI just can't handle.
And this right here nails the new reality. Companies aren't just looking for people who can type out code anymore. The demand is shifting. They're looking for engineers who know how to leverage AI, how to partner with these tools to get to amazing results faster. That ability to collaborate with the AI, that's the new superpower.
Okay, this brings us to what might be the most important question in this whole conversation. If the AI is handling more and more of the basic coding, what skills should a human engineer be doubling down on? What really matters now?
And the answer is the fundamentals. They are more critical than ever. You absolutely need a rock-solid understanding of algorithms and data structures to know if the AI's suggestion is actually any good. You need system design skills to build the big picture. And you need creative problem-solving and critical thinking to guide the AI, and this is key, to know when it's wrong. You just can't direct or critique something you don't understand at a deep level.
This quote just says it all perfectly. The job is truly evolving from being just a writer of code to being a director and a critic of code.
Your role is being elevated. You're moving away from the manual labor of typing and towards the high-level strategy, the review, the architecture. You're not just a musician anymore, you're the conductor of the whole orchestra.
So at the end of the day, these tools aren't a threat, they're a massive, massive opportunity. The assistant is here, it's ready to do the heavy lifting. The only real question left is for you. How are you going to step up and lead it?